Welcome back to a real dope mom. That's a bean right there. So today we're going to be talking about planning for a fall garden. As you guys know, I'm pregnant. Yes, I'm still pregnant. 41 weeks to be exact, and I'll be delivering at 42 weeks next week. Let's manifest that. I just said fuck the garden. Excuse my language, but bump this garden. Bump it. There's nothing that I can do. I can't even bend over without standing back up and having excruciating pain. He has no room in there. He's barely moving in there. So at this point, my main concern is him coming out healthy. So I just let the garden grow, and I am gonna start completely over as if this is my first time gardening, so we can do this together. This is definitely for all of my first time gardeners. If you've been gardening, you are welcome to join us on this journey. But today we are going to be planning out what we are going to do with our gardens. So here's the outside headquarters. This is my mom headquarters, her oasis. This is where she takes all of her plants that need to be revived or need some air, or she just sick of them sitting inside all winter. I am so pregnant. So what we're doing while I still have light, I'm like, let me record myself. Oh, I need some scissors. I'm like, well, let me record myself, you know, planning out what I'm gonna do for the fall, since the fall is coming. So if you guys don't know, I'm 41 weeks pregnant. At this point, I'm not going back out into the backyard to do any work, and that is gonna bop. That's gonna bother. I went to sleep and woke up and that was there. I took a quick nap after my doctor's appointment today. But at this point, I'm not going back out there because I'm 41 weeks pregnant. My main focus is on getting this baby bump up out of me safely, because he's so big. He's like, they projected him to be 9-10 pounds at delivery, and he's past his due date. He's past what we thought. So I'm just concerned on, get to adjust the baby because he don't like how I'm sitting. Hold on, son. But he's past due. He's 41 weeks. So I have not been back there in a couple weeks. I know I was doing the restoration video, and that is gonna continue, but after the baby is born, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna just pull everything up and just start over with a new fall garden, because at this point, those veggies back there have sent out stress signals to all the pests. So there's probably all kind of caterpillars that I don't want to deal with right now. So if I just go through and I pull everything up and start over anew, one, it's going to be better for you guys to see how to start with a fall video. You guys can grow with me, and we all can check on each other's progress all at the same time. So what I'm doing right here is, this is the first phase of the process of how I plant a garden. So I have my laptop, well, my Chromebook. I have a laptop, but I prefer, I'm sorry. Whew. I'm gonna plant, those are tomatoes that were gifted to me by a lady who is really out here doing scald's work in the community. This is just lit. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna write out the plants on the Chromebook that I want to plant for the fall garden. So what I'm looking for is, one, if I have what I'm looking for is plants that are cold hardy and plants that grow quickly, because I don't have a long growing season like I would have if I planted plants back in the summer. So I am looking for that. So I'm looking for leafy vegetables like collards, spinach. I'm not gonna plant any romaine because I have romaine out there. I think I'm gonna dig what's up I think I'm gonna dig up what's back there, the romaine lettuce, and put them in the pots. I have some romaine lettuce that's set up here that went to seed because it was so hot. So I think I'm gonna do that because those are shade tolerant. So I can keep them on the front stairs or on the porch. Not a problem. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for. So first thing first is figuring out what we can and cannot plant. So we want to plant things that are going to be cold hardy and have a shorter growing season. That is very important because there are some things like tomatoes that need a long time to grow and they cannot survive that cold weather. Unlike kale, which grows a lot faster and can survive a winter. Let me tell y'all, my kale lasted until I pulled it up in March, or was it April? I pulled it up in April, yes, because I got started in April. So I pulled it up then, and it that's how long it lasted me. I'm talking about it. We had some harsh winter days. I'm talking about snowstorms. That kale will be covered in snow, and you just come out and brush it off, and that kale would just pop up and it'd still be healthy. So my pickles are already started to grow. The leaves look really good. I'm gonna go, well, I can't do anything now because I can't bend over. So hopefully next weekend I can get out here. I'm gonna take the pickles, well, not the, I keep calling them pickles because I'm gonna use those for pickles. Those are pickling cucumbers. So I'm gonna take those cucumbers that have already grown and I'm gonna pull them out, do something with them. They've already turned yellow, so I don't have a use for them, so they gotta go. So I'm gonna pull all the vegetables up because at this point they are stressed and they're sending out those smells to attract all the other pests that I don't want, caterpillars that I don't want to see. Caterpillars freak me out the way they look. Just because I garden don't mean I like bugs. So we have that. I'm gonna come in, whatever vegetables that I can pull up and set to the side and save, I'll do that. Peel them back, peel them down. Like the Swiss chard is still out here growing, but there's a lot of dead leaves that I can pull up. I think I can save the cabbages. I think. I'm not gonna really try. I'll decide that when I come out here next week. One of my favorite things to grow is collards, just because I love collard greens. I was raised in the north, but I'm still a southern girl because that's where our family roots are, and we love some collard greens. So I planted collard greens last spring and they lasted all the way until Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving because I got drunk and pulled them up. True story. So I like collards and I love to see the way they grow. Oh my God, they get so big and so impressive. So I have my collard greens. Here's my seeds that I saved. And I'm gonna plant those and hopefully they will, I think they will grow in time. Like I said, mine's lasted until Thanksgiving when I got drunk and pulled them up. They grow pretty fast and they are perfect for the fall. They love cooler temperatures, like every single one of these plants that I'm gonna list off. Next is spinach. Spinach does well in the cooler temperatures. They have a nice sweet taste in the cooler temperatures. When it gets a little warm, they start getting a little bitter, but that's okay because it still tastes delicious. So spinach will be on the list. They grow really fast and they grow nice and big. Next on the list is peas. I love growing peas. I grew some over there. I would still have them, but my son mistaken them for weeds and he pulled them up. So I'm not gonna do anything with this area back here just because what I wanted to plant back there, like the pumpkins and the watermelons and stuff, I ain't gonna be able to get that. No, that's not happening this year. I'm a little late. That's what I get for getting pregnant. So I'm just gonna take the fencing and put the fencing inside this fence and use that to grow the beans and the peas and be extra impressive. Next on the list is beans. I'm gonna grow beans. I actually have beans growing up what I have the camera set up on. It's not a lot. I only planted 2 plants because only 2 plants survived. Let me tell y'all, do not garden while you're pregnant unless you have a significant other that is gonna get out there and help you. Do not do it. I do not recommend it. And my kids was no help, clearly. So beans are another one. They grow super fast. If you were stranded on an island and you only had 1 seed, please, I hope it's a bee, because not only do they grow fast, but they grow abundant, and you just open up the pies and collect the beans and you'll have a whole bean forest before you know it. They grow so fast. They grow so fast. I'm gonna grow some radishes just because I can grow those really quickly. They store really well. I can do some things with those. I can do stir fry with them. They're really delicious. I like pickled radishes. So we're gonna. No, I ain't never had radishes. I'm thinking of Am I thinking of beets? I think I'm thinking of pickled beets. Take that information and apply it to the beets. Beets and radishes both grow underground. So beets and radishes. No, I'm not growing beets. I've never had radishes before. This will be a new learning experience. Brussels sprouts are over there next to the sunflower. I'm gonna pick those up. I'm gonna put them in a container to see if I can revive those, which I'm almost positive that I can, because we have healing hands over here. Especially my mother. All we do is kill plants and bring them back. Carrots are very important because I want to be able to pick those carrots and freeze them for the baby so I can make baby food. I want to make organic baby food. My older kids will not eat carrots unless I trick them with a stir fry. That's why having a fall garden is very important to me. These peas are going to be very important. These green beans are going to be very important. The kale is going to be very important. All of these things are going to be so important to me. I have potatoes over there that I'm going to dig up, but I'm going to wait until after the baby is here. Turnips. Oh my god, my first time having turnips was this year. My first time growing them, and they were delicious. People compare them to potatoes. They taste nothing like potatoes to me. I would say they taste more like, what did I say they taste like? Brussels sprouts? Closer to a Brussels sprout than a potato, but I get why they say they you know, when people describe them, they go hand in hand with potatoes because they're root vegetables, but they don't taste like potatoes to me, but they are delicious. Garlic. I am going to do a video to show you guys how to get started with garlic, because you don't have to have garlic seeds. You can go to the organic section. You can go to the organic, that's very important, the organic section, and get a clove of garlic and get started that way. Again, organic, because they spray these plants down to keep them from reproducing and sprouting. So there's all kind of chemicals that they use on non-organic plants to keep them from, you know, sprouting or whatever else they don't want them to do. And finally, green onions. I have seeds for green onions. I have seeds for all of them, but again, I cannot bend over, so I did not. The spinach and the no, a notification just came through. It is my brother's birthday today. Hold on, let me finish. So the green onions, oh wait, no, the seeds are somewhere on the porch that I can't bend over and get to. The collards and the spinach were just in my reach, so I grabbed those to show you guys. I'll insert pictures for y'all. Clearly I'll do that. But a notification just came through. It's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Terrell. He's an amazing artist, and you know what? I'll try to find some link, like a link to his work. Like, he's an amazing artist. He primarily does photography. He's a fashion genius. He lives in Atlanta right now. Like, I don't know. Who is he? Who is my brother? He's like amazing. So it's his birthday today, and he's living his best life, making videos and stuff and posting them online. And I'm like, I seen him with some champagne. I'm like, where's the orange juice? Because he had like brunch. He had like, oh my god, he had like some yeah, what did he have? He had some French toast, and it was like garnished with strawberries and powdered sugar, and I think I saw some chicken wings on there, and it just looked so good. And he had like this champagne, and I'm like, where's the OJ? Like, can we get these mimosas popping off? You already got the champagne. And he finally just messaged back, and a notification came through. He said, yikes, I got sugar-free lemonade. That's not the same thing. I can imagine it probably tastes good, but it's not the same thing. We're trying to get some mimosas popping off. So that's why I need to hurry up and have this baby. He need me down there. He need me down there to get him right with the mimosas. So that's all there is. And that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Share this in the gardening groups. Help me grow, help me grow, help me grow. 42 weeks pregnant here. I think my baby don't want to come out because he just don't want to be bothered with people. Like his mama, who be fine sitting in this room all day by herself. I think that's him. I think it's because y'all don't wash your hands and y'all not out here social distancing, right? And he don't want to be bothered with it. And I can't blame him. I cannot blame him at all. Take your time, baby, because they out here being nasty. They digging in their nose and they not washing their hands.